On the 11th of December 2020, UK drill rapper Mizzle Mac sent a message out to his fans via social media posts. To my family/fans, I'm sorry to let you know that unfortunately I've been recalled, talking about getting a recall to jail. This isn't a full recall, I'll be back soon, and this time around I promise you I'll be more consistent and unstoppable. I want to thank you all for supporting me. My day one supporters, my management has gifts for you. Hit my DMs. For now, everyone hold it down for me until I land. Love, Mizzy. Fans around the UK drill community were both shocked and confused. Mizzle Mac had only just been released from jail a few months prior to this message. He was out on licence, so what had happened to him? He'd previously been serving a 6-year stint in jail for possession of a firearm and possession of an offensive weapon in a public place, along with fellow rapper Blanco. But people close to the incident knew exactly what went down with Mizzle Mac, and slowly information began to leak. A shooting had occurred at a music studio in what seems to be a case of mistaken identity. Another rapper by the name of Midas the Jagaban and a member of her team fell victim to this shooting. Some people claim that the shooter thought it was PS from Hit Squad, a known rival of Mizzle Mac's. We have to say shooter because the double attempted murder charge that was pursued was eventually beaten by all those who were allegedly involved. At the time though, Midas put this image out with a statement that read, "Dear all, after much speculation, Midas the Jagaban and the team have decided to make a brief statement on an incident which took place on Monday, November 30th, 2020. Unfortunately, Midas and a member of management sustained some injuries during a shooting that took place at a studio session. Both Midas and management were accidentally and wrongfully attacked. As there are ongoing investigations with authorities, we are unable to disclose any further information. Midas and the team are strongly against street violence and gun crime. We are treating this situation with the utmost sensitivity and seriousness. Although we are shaken up, we're happy that both Midas and management are on the road to recovery. For all those who have reached out with well wishes and prayers, we thank you. We ask that you respect Midas's healing process and be sure she'll be releasing new music very soon. Many thanks."
And 1-8. Stop it, coach! Stop it, coach!
Just before 3 AM on Monday the 30th of November 2020, a car containing various people, one of them Mizzle Mac, had pulled up to a music studio in Woolwich, southeast London, and someone from within that vehicle let off 3 shots. 2 of the 3 hit Midas and her manager. The vehicle then fled, police were called to the scene, and the hunt for the vehicle was on. Officers from the Metropolitan Police soon caught up to the vehicle, and a chase ensued. Bodycam footage picked up the moment officers smashed into the car, forcing it to stop. The occupants then fled on foot, but officers were close behind. A chase then began on foot, and it was here none other than Mizzle Mac turned around and waved a Turkish Rite 9mm semi-automatic handgun at the officer. 4 men, including Mizzle Mac, were eventually caught by police after the short chase, although there were 5 men within the car. To this day, he still hasn't been caught, but police say inquiries are still ongoing into his whereabouts. Eventually, all 4 would go on to be charged for various offences. The car had been left with an array of weapons. 2 magazines containing live ammunition were found, along with 3 large Rambo knives and a machete. All men would go on to deny the charges that were brought against them, and they would end up on trial. After the trial, the attempted murder case against them was beat. This was due to an extremely weak case. But they were found guilty in relation to the police chase event that would happen soon after. Mukhtar Khan, aka Mizzle Mac, was jailed for 9 years for possession of a prohibited firearm and possession of a firearm with intent to cause an indictable offence. Miles Brown was jailed for 7.5 years for possession of a prohibited firearm. Don Juan Newham was jailed for 7.5 years for the same offence, whilst Joshua Fasaro was jailed for 8.5 years for possession of a prohibited firearm and possession of a prohibited unlimited firearm relating to a 2019 matter where a revolver was recovered by police in an electrical cupboard that contained a DNA sample of his. Again, police are still on the hunt for that fifth man. So this now clears up the Mizzle Mac trial. A lot of people have been waiting for this day, for everything to clear up and see ultimately what was going to happen with Mizzle Mac. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, in the UK, a lot of the time you'll notice that people serve half of their sentence and then they come out on license. But in this case, they all received a prison sentence of 7 years or longer, which means they'll have to serve 2/3 of their sentence. So for example, Mizzle Mac will have to be serving at least 6 or 7 years before he's eligible for release.